Here we go.
Imagine your alarm didn't go off, you're running late, it's pouring rain outside, and you don't have an umbrella. You tell yourself that the only reason this is happening is because it's Monday, and everyone knows bad things only happen on Mondays. But really, you were just up way too late last night watching your one more episode of your favorite show, and you didn't turn your alarm on. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what self-serving bias is and how it plays out in the real world. I think this topic is relevant because it's something we all do without realizing, and once we gain more information, we can understand why our mind goes to those conclusions. I'm credible in this topic because it's something I've done research on, and it's also something I personally perform. Now we can move forward to discussing what self-serving bias is and how it plays out in the real world. First, I'm going to be going over what exactly self-serving bias is. According to Psychology Today, the definition of self-serving bias is people's tendencies to attribute positive events to their own character, but attribute negative events to external factors. It is a cognitive bias that has been extensively studied in social psychology. So as stated in the definition, self-serving bias is both positive and negative. So when we have a positive event, we automatically associate ourselves with why it came to be. But when we have a negative event, we associate it with an external factor, what that came to be. We do this because we don't want to be the reason negative things happen. So we want to look for something else to be the reason. But positive things are good, so we want to be the reason that happened. So now that we have covered what self-serving bias is, we're going to now go over 2 life scenarios of how it plays out in the real world. So imagine you're playing a baseball game, you're up to bat, you have a full count. You can either swing, get on base, or you can strike out. So the umpire calls that third strike that you just let walk by. You automatically associate the negative with the umpire's bad call, when in reality, you probably should have swung at that pitch. So now let's talk about a positive event. Let's say you got an A on a test. So your first thought is you did very well because you studied, you did good in class, you did all the extra credit and all the homework. So because you have that positive event, that A, you associate it with you being a good studious student. So I just gave you 2 real life scenarios in both positive and negative ways, and I will now be concluding my speech. So today we talked about what self-serving bias is and how it is both a positive and negative thing, and how we associate those things with the conclusions. Now that you have more information on what self-serving bias is, I hope you can now understand why your mind goes to the conclusions that it does, whether it be positive or negative, and you'll be more aware of the conclusion. Thank you.